whole thing has really opened up. We achieved our dream.
구독자 여러분 안녕하셨습니까? 한끼먹쇼 비전맨 인사드립니다.
한끼먹쇼의 고정을 노리고 있는 엘라입니다.
함께 가시죠.
가시죠.
네. 어디 같이 가? 왜 이래? 잘 먹겠습니다.
와.
Your one is like very tiny. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Jeff Clifton. I originally started off as an art teacher, but after working in Korea, I came back to Australia and I moved into full-time English teaching.
저는 한국 이름은 김상이고요. 셀리로 불려요. 제가 여기 사실 온 이유는 영어 배우러 가서 영어 1년만 배우고 오겠다 했는데 안 되더라고요. 생각처럼. 그래서 이제 명상센터 다니게 되고 그러면서 이 사람을 만났고 명상은 안 하고 데이트를 하게 된 거죠.
So how did you discover Vision Asset? How did it change your life?
And I really didn't put much emphasis on buying a house. Later on in life, especially when we married, I realised I'd made a fairly big mistake. The other thing was, at the age I was when we seriously started thinking about buying a house, I thought it was an absolute impossible dream. That missed the boat. And we came up with massive hurdles. First hurdle, of course, was my age. Second hurdle was my wife worked in the retail industry. Out of 3 or 4 of the traditional financial advisors, they basically said that at the moment especially there was no chance. A friend of my wife had talked to Vision Asset before and found them to be incredibly helpful. When we turned up and met Lydia in Financial Asset, I was quite negative because I was expecting her to turn around and do the same thing as we'd experienced before. But instead of that, Lydia said, yes, we can do this.
It's your first time a positive answer.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I kind of really lit up and started listening. And I actually felt that I could trust Lydia, and we sort of went with the flow. We achieved our dream.
What understanding did you gain from Vision Asset?
First thing is, you don't have to be negative and predict that everything is too difficult. I was never really thinking about investing, but through dealing with Vision Asset, I've come to understand that not only do we have an apartment, we're paying the mortgage rather than rent. Apartment is an asset and it's continually increasing in value. And we can actually down the track use that as leverage to buy a second apartment and build our assets up for eventual retirement. The whole thing has really opened up. There's so many possibilities there. It's not impossible.
자, 그럼 마지막으로 사행시 시간이 돌아왔습니다.
비전을 잃고 실망하고 있을 때 전광석화처럼 나타난 비전 SMN의 도움으로 에그머니나 세트리 딱 돼버렸구만. 너무 잘하세요. 너무 잘해요.
자, 엘라 매니저님께서 이 금융 IQ로 이것도 언제 많으셨어요? 오케이.
복리는 상승률이 높을수록 유리합니다. 복리는 기간이 길수록 유리합니다. 세 번째는 복리 효과를 더 누리려면 오늘이 가장 유리한 날입니다. 이게 문제입니다. 마지막. 복리는 무엇이 클수록 유리합니까?
원금?
오.
정답 말씀하시고
원금!
고맙습니다. 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
오늘 함께 해주신 제프리 그리고 셀리 너무나 감사하고요. 비전 S에게 하시고 싶은 말 있으시면 한마디 해주시겠어요?
저는 진짜 비전 에셋은 너무 감사드리고요. 특히 리디아 대표님한테 정말 감사드리고, 저는 만약에 이거를 보고 계시는 분들이 자신이 없다, 이걸로 될까 하는 분들은 일단 상담을 한번 비전 에셋에서 받아보시면 가능성이 보이시고, 일단 사는 곳이 세틀이 되면 좀 마음이 편하고 만사가 편해진다.
그렇죠.
네, 저는 그걸 진짜 말씀드리고 싶어요.
One of the great things about dealing with vision asset was the fact that I felt like I mattered in all of the talking. Before talking to some other advisors, I felt like I was being talked down to a little bit, that because I wasn't important to the company. But I completely felt at home. I felt there was no judgment, and I felt like I was being treated as a worthwhile and valuable human being. So actually, the whole process of dealing with vision asset was really, really positive.
자, 오늘 함께 해주신 제프리, 셀리 사모님께 다시 한번 감사드리고요.
구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 부탁드려요.
네, 여러분.